Hey, what's up, everybody? For the Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kevin. It has been a long time, and I apologize for that. There has been this black cloud over my house for a while. I won't get into that. No one died. Everyone's okay. Just shitty feelings. And because of that, I haven't felt like vlogging for a while. Because I really just don't want to put out anything that's like super negative or a downer or anything like that. Also, I kind of want to clarify something I said, I guess a couple of vlogs ago. I had that big graphic novel job that has been going on forever. And some people took what I said, meaning that I'm completely done. What I meant to say, if I wasn't clear, is I finished the insides, the pages, the comic pages, which is pretty awesome and a big feat. 144 pages to make this graphic novel. Now, I was waiting to hear back from my publisher, still waiting, but I hear that there might be 2 revisions, and I still have a cover to do. And then there's another 16 pages in the comic that's all back page stuff, like sketches and things like that. And I'm not sure if I have to lay those pages out or not. I looked at my contract. It doesn't say I have to lay out those pages, but I've got another check coming, which would equal another 16 pages. So I wonder. Regardless, I'm still waiting to hear back from the publisher on what to do next. So this past week was my first week where I really just kind of worked on my own stuff. And that was awesome. But it was also really stressful because I really realized how hard it is going to be for me to reach for that brass ring for my goal of being a self-sustaining artist, living off my own stuff, phasing out clients, that kind of stuff. I might have to take a client here and there. It's all part of my plans, and I'll be talking about that in the Making Monkey Mod videos on my main channel, instead of on these vlogs. So it made last week also harder for me to get work done and for me to try to make money off my own stuff, is that I had these videos on my computer for my main channel, ready to be edited, and I thought, great, I'll be able to put one up this week. And then suddenly, iMovie, what I usually edit in, was failing. So I restarted the computer, did all that kind of stuff, rebooted, all the normal kind of stuff. Still didn't work. Looked on the Apple forums, saw that other people had these same problems. No solutions to be found whatsoever. So then I noticed that some of my other programs were kind of acting wonky as well. And now I'm wondering, I did, for my main channel, it was my turn last week. We rotate between the hosts, Scott Circlin, Jeff Lafferty, and me, for the Artcasters live show. I thought it was just a bad internet connection, but it kept dropping out all the time. It was really annoying. And then on top of that, with all these other problems with programs on my computer, I thought maybe it's not an internet problem, maybe it is my computer actually. Which sent me into a little bit of a panic because I do not have any money for a new computer. So a lot of times when Apple tells you they've got these updates for your computer or your phone or anything like that, and my computer is working fine or my phone is working fine, I don't do the updates because it usually messes stuff up, especially when the update is brand new. And it had been a while that my computer had been telling me that there was an update. So the one solution I found that might fix everything was to do this one update. Well, that ruined a bunch of other stuff. So I had to uninstall certain things, reinstall certain things, then uninstall again, then reinstall again, and so on. It was infuriating. I swear, when I used to drive clunkers when I was younger, I hated car problems, but I hate computer problems even more. So anyway, I finally got everything to kind of work and had to install some other programs so that some of my other programs would still work with the new system and or OS, whatever, operating system. I guess that's system. I just said system twice. So that took a while, and then went to iMovie, and my files were gone. All the stuff, all my video files were gone. They're still on my computer, luckily, because I backed them up onto an external hard drive. But all the work that I had done, bit by bit, over the past few days on these few videos that I was going to put up for my main channel, they were just gone. They were just not there anymore. So I started importing some video again into iMovie to edit. And there's some JPEGs that I was mixing in there and stuff like that. They were all turning out black. You could hear the audio, but it was just black. And so then I exported the video to see if at least it was showing up and if it was a problem in iMovie. Because I've had this before where there's like a lag while you're editing in the video, but then you export it and it's all clear and smooth. Nightmare. Couldn't figure it out. So I decided I better bite the bullet and update my editing software. Looked for some other solutions. Final Cut Pro 10, which is what I want, is $300. But the new version of iMovie was $15. Can't afford $300. Bought the new iMovie. The UI is different. Buttons are in different places. The layout's different. Found out that some of my video files were corrupt. Anyway, it was a big mess. I think I'm back on track now. Last week was a clusterfuck. So Black Cloud, clusterfuck, haven't felt like vlogging, which has got me thinking, I'm going to call this vlog a fail as far as what I was first intending for it to be. Because it seemed pretty easy to do. It was pretty easy to do when I was doing this other job, but there's more at stake now with me wanting to go solo. I have to concentrate on more things to make money, to make a living, and also to get my comic book out, which is a lot of work for no money until it comes out, and then it's a big if. So anyway, I consider this a big fail in that I'm not going to be doing this for 365 days. I just need whatever extra time I have to go to my main channel videos, to my comic, that kind of stuff. But that said, I'm not going to stop doing these vlogs. They're just going to be whenever I feel like it now at this point. This was, again, like I said in another vlog, biting off more than I could chew. Had good intentions in the beginning, but it's a learning experience. I just don't have that time. And this is a year where everything's going to change, where I'm trying to change everything, health, career, family life, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm going to be trying stuff out. Some stuff's not going to work. Maybe it'll just be once a week. Maybe it'll be more. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm almost starting to think now that since it's not going to be so frequent, that maybe I will just stop this channel, just delete this channel, and move these videos over to my main channel, since they won't be so intrusive on the subscribers coming out constantly. I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. This is still stuff that's in the air. So another thing that's been going on in the midst of everything else is I've been continuing to minimize my stuff so I can be more streamlined in case I have to pick up and go, or just so that I can have a clearer head, lighten the load. And so, to keep everything kind of collected, I've started this sketchbook. Well, it's more of a journal, I guess. I've never journaled. It's a little cheesy, I admit. You can pause the video if you want to read what's on there. It's sort of this is like my sketchbook journal that I'm using to keep me motivated, to keep track of thoughts as I go through this process of eliminating clients and trying to make a living off my own stuff and everything. So it's like just starting right now. I started on February 17th, and like it's got some stuff from like some of my old videos from my main channel regarding me breaking free, going solo and everything, like my mantra, my mission statement, stuff that I think I need to change about myself to be more successful. My 5-year plan is here. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be more on my main channel about this stuff on the Making Monkey Mod videos. But I just wanted to collect everything in one spot so that I could always remind myself of that of everything. Just right here, I can just read it real quick. It seems like right now, with everything being so crazy at home and everything, I just kind of need it, I think. And it's helping me just to sit down and write and then reread. And so I'm just going to fill this stuff up with like my journey and everything. One of the big things with the minimalism is I'm doing a 30-day minimalism challenge now. And what that is, what minimalism is, I think I said this before, a lot of people think it's like you get rid of everything and then you end up just kind of living in this empty white-walled room or something like that. It's not that at all. It's just getting rid of the stuff that doesn't service you anymore, you don't find joy in anymore, you know, things like that. Things that get in the way, clutter, that kind of stuff. You just keep the stuff that you love and you need. What's been going on with that is it was going like really slow. Like a little too slow for me. So I saw online or some other people's YouTube videos about minimalism and stuff, and a lot of people were talking about this 30-day minimalism challenge. And essentially, I think I've catered it to myself because everybody kind of had like sort of a different route that they went with it. But the gist is you have 30 days. On day 1, you get rid of one thing to either sell, donate, or trash. Day 2, 2 things. Day 3, 3 things, and so on, up until day 30, where you're getting rid of 30 things. I am doing that here, and I'm on day 6 right now, and I'm recording everything, recording my thoughts, how I'm feeling. So yeah, you know, stuff to inspire me. It's real cheesy. Part of the thing is you're supposed to say something that you're grateful about every single day. And that was a part that I felt really cheesy about and I wasn't going to do. But that black cloud, I'm fighting the black cloud. So I'm doing that. I'm putting stuff that I'm grateful about every day. Like, for example, right here, this is today, my daughter, she leaves me these little notes. She tells me their notes and then she reads them and what they say. And it says something like, oh, I love Daddy and I'm going to be good forever. Love, Nova. You know, something like that. Pretty cute. She leaves these for me all over the place. And sometimes she like walks by and she pretends to be sly and she like sticks it on my shoulder or something like that. And it's really cute. So I'm saving all that kind of stuff in here too. The other thing I'm doing is like, you know, like I said in the beginning, business planning, kind of things like that. For my main channel, I've got a tutorial series planned, as well as some others planned that from videos that I lost, and I'll do those again. But this video series planned that I've been thinking about for probably a year, but I haven't been able to do it because it's going to be a lot of work. And so also in here, I'm not going to turn the pages yet, but here are all the tutorials, and I'm going to be like storyboarding them and things like that because of the difficulty with the new iMovie, and I'm sure I'll get used to it soon. But because of all that, I want it to be really good. There's going to be a lot of drawing, a lot of voiceover, bouncing back and forth. So to make editing really easy on those, since there's going to be a lot of those, I'm going to be storyboarding them in the book with my, you know, writing down the script and stuff like that. So anyway, so I don't know. This maybe one day, maybe one day someone will find this and publish it, and they'll say, this is like Jim Henson's Red Book. It's genius. Or they'll find this and they'll be like, look at this book I found from this crazy fucker. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'll be gone. And this is for me anyway. But I thought I'd share that with you because it's what's been going on. Okay, I'm going to take off for now. A couple of the next videos I want to do on here, I want to do like some top 10s, top 5 records, so I can go back to that music theme, being a middle-aged punk and all. And I've been itching to do the Return of the Jedi Kenner Star Wars action figures to finish out my Kenner Star Wars action figure collection from when I was a kid. And a really rad YouTube friend sent me some new stuff that I would like to show in that video as well. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to save that stuff for then. You know who you are who sent that. Thank you so much. Super cool of you. Sorry to be vague, everybody else. You'll find out in the next video or two. Alright, everybody. I hope you've been good. Take care. Bye-bye.